Hello guys and welcome back to the first match of the day in the SCL 3. My name is Seldrin, I'm here commentating with Alendar in the commentary box, and we have a fantastic first match lined up for you here today. In the red team we have Warlords of the Deep against the blue team of the Reputation Cartel. Warlords of the Deep have got a really heavy Galante setup here. We've got two Megathon Navy issues, a Vindicator, then a Hound, a Sabre, a Merlin and a Slasher.
And on the Reputation Cartel side, we've got a Navy Scorpion, two Typhoons, a Scythe, two Kestrels, and two Merlins. This Navy Scorpion of Lucky CCS warped in at 100 to begin with, so because he's messed that up, he's been moved into 0, which could make it a very interesting time against that Vindicator and those two Navy Megatrons.
However, it could also be a trolling tactic, as warping in at 100 is against the rules, and if that happens, the CCP Fuzzy will move you to the beacon at 0. So he could be trolling with a super tanked bait Scorpion and manipulating that rule there, and we'll just need to wait and see to find out.
Yep, that Navy Scorpion coming with a built-in resist bonus. They've got that logistics there. It is only a Cypher, so I don't think he's going to be able to hold that well against those Vindicators. But at the same time, if those Typhoons can kite, there's no logistics on the Genos team. They might have some trouble there. I reckon there's a reasonable chance these Foons might take it if they can kite the Vindicators and the Navy Megas for long enough.
I agree with you there. I think we're seeing a fantastic kiting team here by the Reputation Cartel, and the Foons are one of the newly changed ships in Odyssey. They get a damage and accuracy bonus for their cruise missiles against these smaller sized hulls, and they're fast as well, so I see these Typhoons are going to be doing ridiculous damage against these ships, and this red team is really going to struggle to get any tackle on top of these battleships and the blue team to slow them down.
Yeah, I think he's right. I think it's going to be a very fast match one way or the other. Those battleships are going to do a lot of damage to each other. I think we'll probably see those Foons start to just use crews to pick off the Warlords for Deep support straight from the start and start running away. This might not even have been intended as a kiting setup, but for this match it might work quite well against them.
Yeah, I mean, with looking at the red team here, there isn't any particularly strong tackle. They've got the Merlin and the Slasher. The Sabre most likely isn't going to be used as tackling, it's more of an anti-frigate role. But these frigates on this blue team are just going to be getting rid of those, as well as the cruise missiles from the Typhoon. So I think we're going to see all tackle just vanish off this red team very early on in the match, and I think we're going to see these Typhoons just kite around, keep in range, and winning the game.
I think you're right. We've got 30 seconds till the start of the match. I think that Scorpion Navy issue is going to have it all to do. He's going to have to overload and pray he doesn't drop very quickly. I think this match could all come down to what tackles he can get and how long he can last against those Vindicators. And possibly if they even go for him, if they just decide to run straight past him and ignore him. And we've got 10 seconds till the match begins.
Yeah, we're just finishing on the countdown here, and lucky CCS, maybe he's lucky, maybe he's unlucky, but I presume he's going to be the first target here for these Megathons. We can see them already charging in there.
Yeah, it looks like Lucky CCS is trying to move away to begin with, trying to escape, give him a little bit more time before the hurt lands on him. He's already target painted. He's got tackle landing on him very soon, and I think we're going to see a lot of damage applied very quickly. His first damage is applied to Duncan Tanner in one of the Vindicators at long range from these Typhoons.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the blue team isn't trying to pick off this tackling support. They're going immediately for the Vindicator of Duncan Tanner, but most likely being armor tanked. I don't think he's any serious trouble right now.
Yeah, we can see armor tanking effects. He's not shield tanked at all, so that shield damage he's taking so far isn't very significant. I'm seeing a bit of damage applied to the frigates, but so far not a lot is really going on. Lucky CCS still not dead, slightly surprising. Duncan Tanner taking some armor damage though, and they still haven't managed to get in close enough to apply any webs to these battleships. This 50-kilometer warp in from the Warlords of Deep team at the start might prove to be a mistake here.
Yeah, lucky indeed, and we've also seen some micro jump driving around in the field. It is the first successful or applicable micro jump drive we've had in the tournament. There was one yesterday, but it was just a troll attempt. But we can see this lucky CCS Scorpion is just shrugging off this damage, and now the damage is going into Duck Slayer and the Typhoon. It's very unusual for Duck Slayer to be taking damage. He should have been kiting. Maybe we have some piloting error, or that micro jump drive was more successful than we could have seen.
Yeah, we're not seeing any webs applied to Duck Slayer yet either. He's just about managing to keep away from that Vindicator. So it looks like they are having trouble holding that tackle. And Duncan Tanner, he's tanking quite well, but without logistics on his team, he's not going to be able to hold that feather, and he is blading more and more armor. If this Vindicator drops before they can get one of these Typhoons down, the match is probably all over for Warlords, and we might see an upset straight away.
Yeah, Duck Slayer is actually pulling more hit points back now. He appears to be stabilizing under the reps of the Scimitar. The Scimitar itself is in no trouble right now.
But
The
Duxley's
blue,
at 125.
but there we go. The first, that's another kill and a kill. And look at Duncan Tanner, his Vindicator. He's in really, really low armor. He is in serious trouble right now.
He is, but it looks like Duxley has messed up. I think that was a boundary violation there. I think he may have just thrown this match away for his team. Duncan Tanner, though, dropping fast, but with the damage removed from that Typhoon of Duxley, he may now just about be able to hold it, as he's slowly starting to enter structure. But lucky CCS has been caught, and he is dropping armor quickly.
Yep, I mean, that was a boundary violation there from Duxley and his Typhoon, and now it's Duncan Tanner is in really low structure, and Lucky CCS is also in structure. Who dies first?
I don't think it's going to matter at this point. I think that lucky the Typhoon flying out may well have just thrown this match away, but it's going to be very, very close. Duncan Tanner has just dropped. Lucky CCS drops as well, drops at the same time. We're down to 1 battleship left for Reputation Cartel against 2 left for Warlords of the Deep team. 5 ships on each team, and it's still got a potentially close match.
Yeah, as long as Bob Shaftos and his Typhoon doesn't get tackled, he should be able to keep range and apply damage. What he needs to get rid of is these frigates. They need to get rid of these 2 frigates on the red team right away to allow that Typhoon to keep range.
Yeah, but Typhoon seems to be doing reasonably well so far. He's a pretty quick ship. Being shield tank gives him a bit of an advantage over his armor tank ships, and it looks like we're just working on that tackle. Merlin of Pirate Bay dropping down, and the Sabre of Ain Sidai, whatever that name actually is dropping as well out of shield. I think the difference here between having logistics and not on most frigates is starting to tell, but will it be enough without that second battleship?
Yeah, that Sabre of Enshi looks to be in a bit of trouble right now. He's just been volleyed through half of his armor with one shot of these cruise missiles from Bob Shaftos, and now he's approaching structure as we just lost the final Merlin on the blue team here.
Yep, we're down to just 1 Merlin left now for the Warlords team. But against the 2 battleships, will the Typhoon actually have enough DPS to break them? I think it could well come down to these 2 Navy Megas chasing the Typhoon around the rest of the arena, but I don't know if they'll be able to catch him. I don't know if they'll be able to break them. Warlords of Deep might win this on points now. It's still going to be very, very close.
However, there are 6 minutes left. A lot can happen in 6 minutes. Bob Shaftos may actually just fly out the arena like his teammate.
Yes, the Edge of Glory always proving just that little bit too tempting. Possibly he was just trying to get one of the navies to follow him out, though if he was, that didn't work too well. It's also possible that this remaining Typhoon does have a micro-jump fit as well, and these Navy Megas may just be webbed, so it may be possible that even if they do catch him, he's just going to jump away, as he starts working on this last Merlin, the last tackle for Warlord's team dropping down.
Wonder if one of the reasons the Merlin didn't go in to tackle Bob was to give him more opportunity to go outside the arena.
It's possible as well. They may have just seen him flying straight and just let him carry on with it, let him go for it and just hope he messes it up. This Navy Mega of Brutus Khan taking shield damage now. It looks like he's trying to micro-warp drive towards that Typhoon. No sign of a Typhoon flying out of the arena yet, but there's still some time for a few more piloting errors to change this match.
Yeah, the Typhoon is in no serious trouble. The Megathron is chasing him, but the Typhoon is the faster ship. However, this Merlin of Ace Helia is in serious trouble. He's approaching the end of his armor, and when he's in structure, he'll be dying to the fire from these Kestrels. And Bob is still plunking away at Brutus Cannon, his Navy Megathon. However, he is a serious armor tanking ship in that Navy Megathon, and there's only 4.5 minutes left.
Yep, these Navy Megathons are actually, look, they're working on the Scythe of Cyber 10, but if they're loaded with null, they're still going to hit him from a pretty good range across the arena. And he is slowly dropping. He's just about tanking, but that could be an overload tank, so he may not be able to keep it up for terribly long. We might see this Scythe drop to the Navy Megas. And Brutus Khan is so far holding quite well in armor against the damage of a single Typhoon. We may see the Kestrels going for a bit of tackle as well, but it looks like they're just keeping off some range, just keeping themselves safe for now.
Yeah, going for the Scythe is a sensible thing right now. They just need to get all the points they can, and it's looking unlikely that Bob Shaftos is going to manage to kill this Megathron Navy issue.
Yep, I'm sure there'll be a few words now on comms talking to Duxley about that slight boundary violation. Flying out there has probably just cost him a match and cost him the first upset of the day. Brutus Khan is dropping though, and we've still got 4 minutes left of a match, so depending on how well he's tanked, depending on how cap booster reliant he is, it's possible he will go down.
However, that Megathon looks like he's getting pretty close now to Bob Shaftos and his Typhoon. He needs to be very careful that he doesn't get tackled by one of these battleships.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. Speed-wise, the Typhoon is keeping up higher speed, but if the overload on that web can catch him, then it could be all over here. And Bob Shaftos is dropping shield pretty quickly, so he may not be in tackle range, but he's certainly within gun range for these Megathrons, and it's definitely telling. This Scythe, while it is a logistics and it can help a lot, it's not as powerful as a Tech 2 logistics. It's not going to have the same effect as Scimitar. These Megathrons look like they're able to blap straight through it with enough damage.
Yeah, with Null, I mean, these Megathons will be hitting, and there we go. The Typhoon is down. The last battleship for the Reputation cartel is dead, and we can just say for certain this is now the first victory of the day to Warlords.
Yep, it's just a mop-up operation now. See if they can catch that Scythe, see if they can catch the Kestrels. Hopefully Kestrels will do the honourable thing, go for the Edge of Glory and end the match quickly. They're not going to be able to do much against these Megathrons now. Although that Mega was bleeding more and more armour, Kestrels aren't going to be able to do anything significant to it.
Yeah, you're completely right there. And I agree, these Kestrels should just boundary violate. The quicker they die, the more time they'll have to prepare for the next match.
Yeah, bit of a surprise there from Reputation Cartel. That Typhoon never went below 1,000. He was always a lot quicker than those Megathrons, so why let him get himself get so close? And that's one piloting error, letting Megathrons close in on you when you're a much faster ship. And a second, going gloriously, at least Randolph style, for the Edge of Glory right at the start of the match, just throwing that match away.
Yeah, this has been a real example of experience and piloting skill overcoming the less experience and less piloting skill of the Reputation cartel team here.
It's true. Same time, we've seen these mistakes from very experienced pilots a lot of the time. It's a little bit of nerves, just not paying attention to the right thing, looking at the big scary indicators and making sure you pull range, and occasionally you forget. Or in PL's case, you've been practicing with a 150-kilometer boundary for your entire tournament practice, so 125 doesn't seem like a problem until you go boom.
And boom, that sight just went. And now we're just down to 2 frigates left, 2 Kestrels for the Reputation cartel. And come on Kestrels, come on Cavalera, come on Latronicus, just get out that boundary.
It looks like he is heroically trying to knock down that Megathron, but I don't think he's going to get anywhere. There's a few warriors on him, augmented warriors as well, so Kestrel's going to drop, but there's really no point. You're not going to kill that Megathron. And if you think you are, possibly that's the sort of mistake that has led to you losing this match.
Kestrels have been known to kill Megathrons, but not in the tournament.
And certainly not in the remaining minute that we're seeing here. They're reasonable damage and not bad ships to bring from this. With the light missiles they can hit from fairly far away, they're quite good at killing off frigs, but yeah, 2 battleships, 2 Megathron navies especially against 2 Kestrels, probably not happening, and it looks like he might be going straight for that Edge of Glory now.
And there we go, the first one is down, and just Cavalier left, and he's in structure already. He'll be following shortly.
Yeah, he's burning straight for the edge, but look at, oh no, he's turned around, he's coming back in for another run. You never know. Could work, but probably not.
Maybe he's just trying to go outside the Edge of Glory and just not quite succeeding. He should try what the Typhoon did and not try and go out the boundary and see if that helps.
Yeah, I would like to listen to their comms at that point. I imagine there was quite a lot of swearing as he went up across that edge. And that's
there
it,
we
that's
go.
the first match over, so we'll head back to the studios where I'm sure Shadu will have a few comments.